Recently, a Georgia judge upheld changes to Georgia's voting law, a move applauded by Peach State Republicans. Democrats in Georgia, however, say these changes are discriminatory against the minority community. WSAV's Christine Quayle has the details.
We should do everything we can to make it easier, not harder for people to vote.
In 2021, Georgia legislators passed Senate Bill 202, otherwise known as the Election Integrity Act, placing certain restrictions on election practices in the state. But various advocacy groups filed a lawsuit in response, claiming the law aims to prevent minorities from voting. On Wednesday, a judge ruled that the law will remain in place. That means several major changes will also remain. Number one, organizations are not permitted to hand out provisions to those waiting in voting lines on Election Day, including food or water. Leaders in the Black community say this change targets people of color, telling us they're worried this practice will discourage them from coming out to vote like they did in 2020.
People stood in long lines because they would not be denied. But you could tell if they're not those big issues being put in the forefront, then a lot of people may feel, well, I'm not going to go through the hassle to vote.
However, the chairman of the Chatham County Board of Elections says this policy is only meant to stop campaigning at polling places.
You don't want to have people in line that are getting ready to vote and have people try to influence their vote. And so if you're handing out gifts, things like that, to try to encourage people to vote a certain way, and it becomes very difficult to, police.
Another change, there won't be as many ballot drop boxes. Unlike 2020, instead of being available 24 hours a day, they'll be monitored at all times and stationed only indoors. According to the judge's ruling, that change was made due to complaints about election security. But Thurman says that doesn't add up.
I've heard over and over again that there have been voter fraud, but there are not cases of voter fraud coming to show why these restrictions are being put in place. So it kind of seems obvious that there are certain demographics of people that are really trying to get to not vote.
Mahoney disagrees, saying the new rules for drop boxes are an expansion of voting rights, since they weren't available prior to 2020.
For the first time under Georgia law, it allowed another way to vote. That is, that you could have a drop box for your absentee votes. So it was really an expansion of voting rights.